Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. And welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my May wrap up and my June TBR. I didn't read that many books in May. I was in a bit of a slump at the start of the month, so I didn't actually read anything till the 16th of May. So that was a bit disappointing. But anyway, so we're gonna start with a book that I finally finished. I finally finished Fuel the Fire by Krista Rebecca Ritchie. So now I only have A Long Way Down and Some Kind of Perfect in the Addicted Callaway series. I enjoyed this book, but it was just kind of a drag to get through. I don't know, I don't really like, well, not like, I much prefer Lily and Lo's stories than Rose and Connor. I think just because they're so like cold and harsh towards each other, but like that's the way they show their love towards each other. But the way that they're portrayed, it's just like isn't that romantic for me, so I don't really connect with the story because I don't like the way they are with each other, which is a bit sad because like obviously people are allowed to have their own expressions of love and stuff, but yeah, it was just a bit of a drag for me. I don't know, it was more of like a character analysis, and I don't know, I loved that type of format in Magnolia Parks, but this, and I liked it in the Addicted series, but the Callaway Sisters series is just a bit more harder for me to read, I guess, because I don't enjoy Rose and Connor as much as Lily and Lo. But I don't know, I still enjoyed it. I gave it a 3 stars. I do like to see them as parents, which is cute, but also like, I don't know, I just don't really vibe with it as much because they're not as lovey-dovey. And I don't really see it as a romance. I see it more as like just a contemporary general fiction. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It just was what it was. And then we're moving on to Ride Steady by Kristen Ashley. I'm just gonna start with, I never hear anyone talking about Kristen Ashley, and she is amazing. Like, she writes romances, but they have like storylines that are actually good. And so like, sorry. Yeah. She writes romances, and this particular series, it's the Chaos. This is the 3rd book in the Chaos series. This particular series is about the men of the Chaos Motorcycle Club. So every book is like a different, it's like intertwined standalones, but every book is about a different Chaos member. So Ride Steady was about Joker and Carissa. I really enjoyed this book, and I enjoy all her books, and I never hear anyone talking about them. Like, her Rock Chick series is so good, Colorado Mountain series is so good, her Fantasyland series is so good. That is a fantasy, not a like, it's still romance, but not like a contemporary world, it's in a fantasy world. Her Laceybourne Manor series is good. Oh no, that's called the Ghost of Reincarnation series is good. All her standalones are good, and I never hear anyone talking about them. But she's like better than Elsie Silver, better than Lucy Score, and I've been reading these books for ages. My mum got me into them. I literally started reading them when I was like 14, 15. Probably shouldn't have been reading them, but I still did, and they're amazing, and no one talks about them. And so if you could take anything away from this video, take away that you need to start reading Kristen Ashley, because they're so funny. They're all like intertwined standalone, so you can just read whatever you want. You don't have to read them in order. I would, but you don't have to. And then my 3, they're just amazing. I read Ride Steady, which is Joker and Carissa's book, and this one was, Carissa is like a single parent mom, and her husband is just this, or her ex-husband is just this douchebag. And then Joker, like, they known each other when they were kids, but like it's years later now, so she doesn't recognize him, but of course he recognizes her because he was in love with her as a kid and like as a teenager. And it's just like going through their story, and it's so good, and it has like that underlying storyline of the whole series, but it's not like in your face, and I don't know, it's so good. So after I read Ride Steady, I read Walk Through Fire, which is the 4th book in the Chaos series. This one's about Hai and Millie. So again, Hai's a member of the motorcycle group or motorcycle club, and Millie, they were together like 20 years ago, and then something happened and they've like rekindled their flame. And yeah, so it's just about their story of getting back together and like their stories of the past and stuff. Again, has that underlying storyline of the whole series. It was so good. I gave Ride Steady and Walk Through Fire 4.5 stars because they were so good, and I love them, and yeah, you need to read them. And then I read Rough Ride, which is like the 4.5 book in the Chaos series, so it's like just a little novella. It was like 150 or 200 pages, but that one was about Snapper and Rosalie. So again, Snapper's part of the motorcycle club. Rosalie was like the girlfriend of a guy in a different motorcycle club, and then something happened and then Snapper came in, and yeah, it was really good, except the ending was really confusing. I think it was trying to like give context for the next book, but it was really confusing because I haven't read the next book, so that kind of brought it down to just a 3 stars for me, because I really liked Rosalie and Snapper, but I was very confused. It was also just like kind of a filler novel, which a novella is. I liked it, but I didn't love it. And then I read The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston, which I did love. I was a bit like skeptical going into it because I'd started it before and only got like 3 pages in, but I was a bit like, I don't really like it. But then I read it all and I loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars just because in the beginning I was a bit confused. And then Clementine and Ewan, I think that's how you say his name, Clementine and Ewan, and it's about this magical apartment where it can like take you back in time to like 7 years ago, and her aunt lived in this apartment, and then something happened, and then Clementine got the apartment, and then yeah, it was like her meeting Ewan in the apartment 7 years before, and she never knew. But yeah, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it. Really good, I really enjoyed it, and please read it. And then finally, I finished this yesterday, was Thanks for the Memories by Cecilia Ahern. I love her stories. She's just like contemporary general fiction, kind of what I imagine Emily Henry's books to be like. I don't know, I haven't read an Emily Henry book, so I can't really say that, but the way people talk about her books is what I would describe Cecilia Ahern's as. She wrote Love Rosie, P.S. I Love You, those 2, and like other ones, but they're not as well known. And all of her books that I've bought are from the op shop, because she's literally always got books in the op shops, and I just instantly buy them because I know I'm gonna like them. With this one though, I didn't love it. The ending was a bit, I didn't like the ending, but the rest of the book was good. I think I gave it 3 stars. But yeah, it's about this lady, Joyce, and this man, Justin. And all her books have like a magical element to it. So in P.S. I Love You, it's like, I guess that's not really a magical element. I don't know, some of them that I have read have, and some of them haven't. But this one did. So Justin donated blood, and then Joyce has to get a blood transfusion, and then she starts having these random memories that aren't from her childhood, and she starts knowing all this stuff that she didn't know before, and turns out it's all like Justin's memories and knowledge and stuff. And so the whole book is them like trying to find each other, because they have this like sort of connection towards each other. So they're trying to find each other, and then they find each other, and then stuff goes down. And I didn't really like the ending. I did enjoy the book, so it was still good. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. So those are the 5-ish books that I read in May. And so now we're going to do my June TBR. I'm going to start with Hush Hush, because I've actually started reading this. Well, I read 1 chapter at the gym. I really want to do a reread of this, and the next 5 books are for a video that's coming out. But so I want to read Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. It's a Fallen Angel book, YA paranormal type thing. And then I want to read Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, which is the first book in the Infernal Devices series. These are all rereads, but they're for a video, as I said, so look out for that video. I'm sure you know what this is about, but it's about I don't really remember, shadow hunters and like shadow demons and stuff, I suppose. And then we have Twilight, Stephenie Meyer. I'm sure you all know what this is about. The classic love triangle, Bella, Edward, Jacob. Love this book, love this movie, love the whole series. Everything is so good about it. And yeah, so I'm gonna read this. And then we have Evernight by Claudia Gray, which is another YA paranormal vampire book. I really enjoyed this as a child, as a tween. I'm gonna give it a reread. And then we also have Marked by PC and Kristen Cast, which is another vampire YA paranormal book that I'm gonna give a reread. And then I am going to Bali at the end of the month. Ooh, in like 24 days I leave. I leave on the 27th. It's the 3rd, yeah, 24 days. I'm so We're going for a week, and it's gonna be such a good holiday. And so in Bali, I want to read Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. It comes out in print on the 6th of June, because obviously Elsie Silver wrote the Chestnut Springs series, but she's also got her first series, the Gold Rush Ranch series, that no one talks about because it's not really published. Like, it is, but You can't find it anywhere in print in Australia, and it's so expensive on Amazon. Even for the Kindle edition, it's expensive. So that comes out on Thursday. So I want to buy that and read that in Bali because my best friend also loved the Chestnut Springs series. So I think we're going to buddy read it in Bali just because I know it's just going to be like a light cowboy romance that's going to be an easy read, not too much thought behind that one. And then I also want to read Happy Place, Emily Henry, because it was on my April and my May TBR and I didn't get to it either month. So I want to read it in Bali because, yeah, it looks a little bit holiday. I don't actually know what it's about, but I want to read it in Bali because it looks like a fun little beach read. It's going to be my first like dip into her writing, but I want to read that as well. And then that's like 7 books for June. I don't think I'm gonna read that much, to be honest, unless I get through these little YA rereads really quick, which I probably will, let's be honest, because they're all like pretty short, like 300-400 page books. Besides Twilight, I've read it a million times. Well, I've read it like 6 times. So I know I'm gonna fly through that. And then, yeah, I don't really know what else I'm gonna take to Bali. I'm probably not gonna read that much, honestly. Only when we're like sitting by the pool or at the beach, tanning, I'll probably read, and maybe on the plane, but also our flight is at 2:20 a.m. so I'll probably be trying to sleep. Anyway, give me some cute little fun holiday recommendations if you have any that I can read while I'm on holiday. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in my next video, which hopefully goes up this month. And hopefully I don't plan this awesome video and then never actually upload it and film it, because I have a habit of filming stuff and then never editing and uploading. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.